1 घंटे की ना।
क्या क्या क्लास है?
We have to present ना।
ये क्या ऐसे ऐसी वाली बातें क्यों याद दिलाते हो यार? मतलब
क्यों याद दिलाया? क्यों याद दिलाया?
मैंने मेहनत करी है।
हाँ, वो होता है ना,
ये
अच्छा होमवर्क करके आता है ना, वो कहेगा मैम मैंने कर लिया मैम।
और बैक बेंचर कहते हैं हो ये पढ़ाकू बच्चों की वजह से हमारी बैंड बजती है।
हमारी बैंड बजती है, सही में।
गुंजन, तुम्हारा वो स्टेटस देख के तो ऐसे नहीं लगता दैट यू नो योर असाइनमेंट स्टेटस इज ऑल यू गिविंग मी इनसिक्योरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स। अरे गुंजन ने इतना सारा कर लिया।
मैं
क्या
कहना नहीं चाहती मैम इधर है, मगर मतलब मैंने 1 महीने से कुछ नहीं किया है। मैंने जब से नई जॉब ज्वाइन की, मैं वीकेंड में क्लासेस लेती हूँ, मैं इतना बिजी हूँ, मुझे समझ नहीं आता कि मैं कब करूँ होमवर्क। और जीमेल खुलता नहीं मेरे ऑफिशियल लैपटॉप पे, which makes it worse for me. My excuse, that's also meant to be an excuse, yeah.
I know.
Okay,
my job as a teacher is over. Now you do whatever you want. Okay, over to you guys. Do whatever you guys have planned to celebrate this moment.
अरे टिम्सी नहीं ज्वाइन करेगी क्या?
हाँ, तुमको बोला, इनवाइट किया था उसको। टीमसी, I don't know. Let me, उसकी कल तबीयत ठीक नहीं थी।
Oh.
Hi Akansha, good to see you.
Hi Gunjan, how are you?
Good, very well.
Akansha.
Sonali, video खोलो यार. I'm looking so bad. I'm still, अपना गंदे से चश्मे पहन के बिना कुछ ऐसी मैं आ जाती हूँ।
सोनाली का ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है, वो 5 मिनट बाद खोलेगी। वो पहले ट्रंक कॉल नहीं होता था, यूएस करो तो 3 मिनट बाद लगता है, वो वैसा है। अरे मैं कुछ ढूंढ रही हूँ, 1 मिनट।
Background ढूंढ रही।
So what I like that your scarf and all today are all set for the day.
Yeah.
आज जल्दी उठना है. I have to wake up early. वैसा ना? Something like that.
So yeah, we've just put together something to express our thanks and gratitude for the journey that you have taken us through. And I'm just waiting for Timsi to join. Is that you, Timsi, who's joined this team, Abhyudhya?
She's part of the game and planning, is it? Okay.
Well, she doesn't know what we've done. Hi, Timsi. But
yeah, hi, Gunjan. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Varun's not here, but I'd like to thank him for the lovely background that he's created for all of us, and that, just having a common background sort of, and actually we should have sent it to Timsi and Akansha as well. It just gives us this bond, that we're all part of the same cohort and we've been through this journey together. And we all have little ways that we have crafted to be able to say thank you to you. And I'd like to begin. And then that will be followed by Atma reciting a poem that Varun has written to you, Jaya, from our side. Okay, so I'm going first. Sorry, मैंने बहुत टाइम से रियाज नहीं किया, but मेरे दिल से आवाज निकलती। महरूम थे सुने सवालों के जायज जवाब मिले ना, कुछ कम से थे साए जो सड़कों पे ढूंढे मिलों तक मिले ना, राह फिर मुड़े और एक कोच मिल गया, मिला मेरा कोच मिला, माना अनजाना है लगे पहचाना पर, हो कोच मिला मेरा कोच मिला, माना अनजाना है लगे पहचाना पर, राह फिर मुड़ी और कोच मेरा कोच मिल गया मिल गया मिल गया.
Thank you. Thank you. This is so amazing. You wrote it?
No, this is song from one of the soaps that used to come a couple of years ago. And I always used to love it. It's there on YouTube. I'll maybe WhatsApp you the link. It's Hum Safar. वो हम सफर को चेंज करके मैंने कुछ कर दिया, but it's a lovely song.
Thank you so much. I'm so humbled.
But well sung, and it's a beautiful song.
Very beautifully, yeah.
Thank you.
What amazing talent you have, Gunjan. What a beautiful voice. And amazing.
Super.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Bhavna.
Hi, Bhavna.
Welcome.
And over to Atma now to recite a poem that Varun's written for you.
Thank you, Gunjan. And yeah, thank you. So Varun is not here, but we have a beautiful poem from Varun today, which I am going to recite. And in this poem, Varun beautifully captures the last few months. He beautifully captures our personalities, what we have been doing, how we have been changed, what we have experienced. So this poem is, and it's amazing. I loved it. I read it multiple times. This amazing poem, and I'm going to recite it. And hopefully I will do justice to Varun's hard work here. So with that, I'm going. We knocked on the doors leading to unknown terrain. You showed the light to these self-critic minds. Even when Sonali asked many questions, you smiled with warmth and kind. When Varun had distractions all around, you made him center himself. While Kunjan kept asking, where is what? You told her to seek within. Atma was awe-inspired. You made him self-inspired. While Das brought his honesty self, you didn't stop until it turned Jen-like self. While Thiru leading a war of a kind, you poured in your own ahuti in his mind. Anita was always spellbound because you made her self-unbound. Timsi and Diksha were the backbone to hold the tribe. Jay, you must know you have rekindled many souls from being lost into the darkness, into the leading torch for the light to harness. While this journey looks like ending today, only we know that the time has just begun into a new foray. As we celebrate the moment of reckoning, you should know that we will continue to need your active involvement and inspiration to lead the minds of world into a heavier place, to an important beckoning. We agree you made you made us to do a lot of activities, coaching and mentoring, but little did you know you were saving some, building a courage in some to face their lives, not just to strive to survive, but for self, family, others, community, and society as a whole to thrive. It may just be a name for many, but Abhyudaya is leading many and more to a new awakening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Das, would you like to go next?
Yeah. So I'll just have a song which I think one of the first songs I learned when I was a schoolboy. So it just came back to me suddenly yesterday when I was thinking which song to sing. So one of the first songs that I sang on stage as well. So it means a lot. It's called Homeward Bound by Simon and Garfunkel. I don't know how many of you've heard that, but it's my generation's song. So pardon me if I'm singing one of them. It's called Homeward Bound and it's got a lot of meaning if you pay attention to the lyrics. I'll switch off my camera if you don't mind, because I have slight network issue. Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. Okay. I'm sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour or one night stand, my suitcase and guitar in it, and every stop is neatly planned for boy, the one home. I wish I was home, home, where my thoughts escaping home, where my music's playing home, where my life suddenly me. Every day's an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. And each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories, and every strange space I see reminds me bound to be bound. Oh, wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escape. Home, where my music's play. Home, where my love is sweetly for me. Tonight I'll sing my song again. I'll play the game and pretend. But all my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness in harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I would. Homeward bound, down, down, home, where my thoughts escaping home, where my music's playing home, where my life's waiting silently for me. Homeward bound, I wish I would. Home, down, down, home, where my thoughts escape home, where my music's playing home, where my life's waiting silently for me, silently for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dad. Sorry, we lost you in bits and parts, but thanks so much. I think that was awesome.
Yeah, there's a network issue here, so I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Over now to Sonali and Suparna for a skit, a small little skit, and it is scripted by Sonali.
Okay, there I am.
Now
And
we know what she was in.
Let me also get into the role.
So Jaya, this is inspired by your vision of going regional, okay? And your client could be just anyone, and you can use a regional language, and that's for us to explore, right? So ye Hindi mein hai, Thiru to is not there. So I hope everyone else follows Hindi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on. So
जरा बाद में 2-3 गाली देनी है तो दे लेना, because this is a
जरूर
spoof
दूंगी.
skit, okay?
सुनो. If both of you are doing, shall I put up both of you on pin so that so then we all switch off our videos and these two guys will be visible.
Sounds good. So this is Jaya, okay, in a coaching session with her client Gapiya ji, who's a golgappe wala. Okay, so that's all we are going to tell you. So here we go. गपिया जी, मैं आपका शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूंगी कि आपने बतौर गोलगप्पे के टेस्टर के तौर पर मुझे आमंत्रित किया है.
अरे मैडम जी, हमारे तो अहो भाग्य कि अब विद्या से जया जी आप हमारे यहाँ पे पधारी हैं।
धन्यवाद। जैसे कि आप जानते हैं, ये टेस्टिंग सेशन और इससे संबंधित चर्चा सिर्फ हम दोनों के बीच में ही रहेगी। फी के तौर पर फ्री लाइफ टाइम गोलगप्पे सब्सक्रिप्शन मैं और मेरे परिवार के लिए है।
जी जी बिल्कुल जी, बिल्कुल नहीं।
अच्छा, तो हमारे पास समय है 60 मिनट। ये तुम्हारे जिंदगी के सबसे कीमती 60 मिनट होंगे, इसका मैं वादा करती हूँ।
क्या बात है मैडम जी, क्या बात है।
ठीक है, तो आप गपिया, आप ये भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार के गोलगप्पे टेस्ट करवाकर क्या हासिल करना चाहते हैं?
मैडम जी, हमको तो मुनाफे से मतलब है, धंधा आगे बढ़ाना है। हम आपको 10 गोलगप्पे टेस्ट करवाएंगे। आप उनको हमारे लिए 1 से 10 तक रैंक करना। जो आपको सबसे ज्यादा पसंद होंगे, अगले हफ्ते हम उनको लॉन्च कर देंगे। इसके अलावा मैं आपसे सेल को बढ़ाने की नई नई स्ट्रैटेजी भी सीखना चाहूंगा।
अच्छा, जरूर। इसके बाद गपिया ने गोलगप्पा परोसा और जया ने सारे प्रकार के गोलगप्पे चखे। अच्छा गपिया, जिन गोलगप्पों ने पहले 5 रैंक हासिल किए हैं, वो हैं पहले नंबर पे पातंजलि, जैसे कि तुमने नाम दिया है। दूसरे नंबर पे हर्बल गोलगप्पे, तीसरे पे शौकीन, चौथे पे गोलमाल और 5वें पे है केसरी। तो इसके साथ गपिया पहला स्टेप कंप्लीट हुआ। अब बताएं, आपने क्या सेल स्ट्रैटेजी सोची है?
उठक बैठक।
उठक बैठक। और बताएं, मतलब टेल मी मोर।
तो जो लोग उठक बैठक करते हुए गोलगप्पे खाएंगे, उनको एक पे एक फ्री मिलेगा। ऐसे सेहत भी बनती रहेगी और सेल्स भी बढ़ेगी। इसके साथ मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि एक रेफरल स्कीम भी शुरू कर दूं। आप अपने साथ एक फ्रेंड को लाइए और फ्री में एक प्लेट ले जाइए। अब कौन रोज रोज हाथ से गोलगप्पे खिलाएगा, मेरे हाथ की उंगलियां भी दुखने लगी है। मैं सोच रहा हूँ एक वेंडिंग मशीन भी लगा लूं और फैमिली के लिए गिफ्ट वाउचर और मंथली और ईयरली पैकेज भी शुरू कर सकता हूँ।
अरे वाह, बहुत अच्छे विचार हैं आपके गपिया। इससे आप कैसे आगे ले जाना चाहेंगे?
तो मैंने अपने दोस्त से विचार विमर्श किया। उसे भी गोलगप्पे का बिजनेस था। उसका कहना है कि मुझे कम से कम 20 से 30% मुनाफा चाहिए। उसके लिए इसमें से किस ऑप्शन पे फोकस करना पड़ेगा?
अच्छा, तो ये 20 से 30% मुनाफा कितने टाइम में चाहिए आपको?
3 महीने में
महीने।
मैडम जी।
अच्छा अच्छा, तो मुझे जानकर खुशी हुई गपिया जी कि आपने एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस ली है। तो कौन से 3 ऑप्शन आप सिलेक्ट करेंगे?
तो पहला तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ वेंडिंग मशीन लगवा लूं। मुझे कहीं से फ्री में मशीन मिल जाएगी और कोविड का ध्यान भी है और साफ सफाई का ध्यान भी हो जाएगा। इसमें कोई मैनुअल लेबर की भी जरूरत नहीं है। दूसरा, मेरे ख्याल से गिफ्ट वाउचर कैसा रहेगा। और तीसरा, रेफरल। अपने साथ फ्रेंड को लाओ, फ्री की प्लेट ले जाओ।
बेहतरीन, आपका प्लान तो रेडी है। तो अब आप कैसा महसूस कर रहे हैं गपिया?
बहुत खूब। मुझे बहुत रिलैक्सेशन हो रहा है मैडम जी। अब मैं अपने बेटे को विदेश भेज सकता हूँ, मेरा बिजनेस बढ़ जाएगा।
खुशी हुई है जान के। और क्या मदद कर सकती हूँ मैं आपकी?
मेरे बिजनेस के लिए मैडम जी एक पंचलाइन भी बता दीजिए।
अच्छा, तो पंच लाइन में गपिया आपके बिजनेस का वैल्यू स्टेटमेंट आना चाहिए। जैसे कि तुम हो तो क्या तुम हो, हम हैं तो क्या हम हैं, जो तुम हो तो हम हैं, जो हम हैं तो तुम हो, जो हम हैं तो अभ्युदया है।
वाह मैडम जी वाह। तो मेरे को लगता है मेरी पंचलाइन कुछ इस तरह से होगी। जो गोलगप्पे खाएगा वो दुनिया का सब गोल पाएगा।
अरे वाह, बहुत खूब। तो गोल यहाँ पर आप कहना चाह रहे हैं जो लक्ष्य होता है, गोल, GOAL। वाह
हाँ
वाह,
जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
बहुत ही बढ़िया, बहुत ही बढ़िया। तो अब आप अपने लॉन्च और प्रॉफिट को किसे रिपोर्ट करना चाहेंगे?
मैंने आपको बताया था ना अपने दोस्त मुखिया के बारे में, जिसका गोलगप्पे का बिजनेस था।
हाँ,
मैं उसको करूंगा।
अच्छा, बहुत ही बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छा। और इसी के साथ मुखिया, 60 मिनट में से मैं आपको आपके 40 मिनट लौटा रही हूँ, क्योंकि आपने बहुत अच्छे से सब सोच रखा था। तो हम ये सेशन यहीं पे समाप्त करते हैं। जरूरत पड़े तो अभ्युदया को जरूर याद करें, क्योंकि आप हैं तो हम हैं।
राम राम मैडम जी, राम राम।
राम राम।
That was fun. That was fun.
What a beautiful way I skit, swear.
Thank you,
Both of
Sonali.
you acted so well. Now
Very,
we know why Suparna had that shawl around her neck.
I know. Wow, किसने सोचा ये? This is
Sonali, Sonali.
very nice, Sonali. And you were
Sonali,
speaking
awesome.
such a pure Hindi that, you know, I get stuck.
Me?
Yeah, you were speaking very good Hindi.
Yeah, because I come from MP, Jaya. Born and raised in Madhya Pradesh, so I don't know my mother tongue that well as I know Hindi. तो
कुछ मध्य प्रदेश की लैंग्वेज में सुनाएं।
कुछ मध्य प्रदेश की लैंग्वेज में सुनाऊं, एज इन गाना? कुछ भी। अच्छा, तो जस्ट ये हम लोग सोच रहे थे, जस्ट टू टेल यू। तो मैं बोल रही हूँ ना, आई एम लाइक और एज ऑफ नाउ तो obsessed with you, your personality and so fascinated with it, ठीक है। तो जब हमने सोचा कुछ करना है, तो मैंने कहा यार हर समय इतना फॉर्मल रहते हैं, इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं, वी आर वॉचिंग आवर बॉडी लैंग्वेज, ऑल ऑफ दैट। तो मैंने अनीता को बोला तो मुझे तो कुछ स्पूफ करना है, जया कोचिंग लाइक साड़ी वाला, व्हेन शी गोज देयर। तो उसने बोला और क्या है, तो फिर मैंने बोला एक तो गोलगप्पे वाला, जस्ट इमेजिन शी गोज देयर एंड शी सेज दैट कोचिंग, यू शुड बी वन विद कोचिंग। तो ऐसे करके सोचा, तो शी वाज द वन हु सेड गो फॉर इट, ओके, डोंट इवन गिव इट अ सेकंड थॉट। और फिर वैसे करके किया। और कल मैंने सुपर्णा को बोला कि आई आस्क्ड हु कैन वॉलंटियर एंड शी वॉलंटियर्ड। तो बस कल शाम को हमने 10 मिनट रिहर्सल किया होगा।
सही है, वेरी यूनिक आइडिया है। बिजनेस बना सकते हो इससे, हिंदी में नाइस, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू।
Sonali can lead Abhyudya's Hindi division.
I don't mind.
अरे एनी टाइम, एनी टाइम।
I don't
हिंदी
mind.
तो comes so naturally to me.
Nice. Thank you so much. Very nice. Very unique. Very unique.
Thanks, Suparna, for putting life into Gapya. And Atma says self-aware Gapya ji.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes me feel we should meet over Golgappe, my favorite snack
Oh, really?
ever.
We should do Golgappa party.
Yes.
Okay, with that, I am going to hand over to Anita.
Okay, thank you, Gunjan. So I'm also going to share a poem, and I think I share Varun's sentiment, except that maybe it's a little more longer. If it's okay, I'd like to share the screen and put it up. But hear me, I mean, don't see it, hear me out. So it's titled, Goodbyes Are Not Hard. Okay, so goodbyes are not hard. Yes, goodbyes are not hard. Not in this place, not in this space. No, not here, not in this sphere. No, not at this time when the learning is prime. Goodbyes are not hard. When we all have the winning card, when the relationships have just started, it's only the timetable that has parted. The bonds are new, the learnings are true. The spirits are touched like the mountain dew, each being the shade of a rainbow, each color shining with outer and inner glow. The quirks are weird, but the voices are heard. The books to read, now each is a nerd. What to say about my fellow travelers? What's common is we are all revelers. Dasapa's weekly wisdom to Tiru's Lankan kingdom. One would speak of the road to pave, and the other would talk of oceans and cave. Gunjan's army of bad colleagues only seemed to grow till the job changed and she hopefully broke the flow. Varun would appear with his dog or fan, but what's beyond doubt is he's part of the clan. Atma's travels and characters galore. When it came to volunteering, he would say, "Give me more." Just when the class is about to end, Sonali would quip, "Jaya, I have a question," and Jaya did not skip. Suparna proved that she would grow, at times together, at times solo. Diksha watched like the lighthouse star. When the time was apt, she would magically appear. Akanksha and her cameo role, but I know she works on a very clear goal. Her name may be Timsy, but she is not flimsy. Make no mistake, you've come this far only because we are on her radar. Mentors are the icing on the cake to show us what's real and what's totally fake. I'm not sure how I feel today, but I'll miss you all next week this day. Um, Goodbyes are not hard, no, not with this teacher. Her teachings are nothing short of her latest scripture, one that will stay with us for keeps. Am I the only one feeling this way, peeps? She smiled and cajoled, all the while observant. So we sharpen our edges that were but blunt. No amount of gratitude will suffice for you, because a teacher is always the light that sees you through. Goodbyes are not hard, not with you blokes. My only mission with you is to keep saying hello. We'll carry the learnings far and wide, be it high or be it low tide. After all, Team Abhyudaya will find it pesky if we don't remember forever. That is Miraki. Goodbyes are not hard when not in this place. The classes may be over, but it's a permanent space. So
Awesome.
some things have to end because better things have to begin, and that's why goodbyes are not hard.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just came across this little story and it just reminded me of you and the kind of experience that we've all gone through together. It's a story which has Adi Shankaracharya. And they say that Adi Shankara was walking through the market with his disciples and they saw a man who was dragging his cow by a rope. So Adi asked his disciples, "Tell me who's bound to whom? Is the cow bound to this man or the man bound to the cow?" And the disciples said without hesitation, "Of course, the cow is bound to the man. Man is the master and he's holding the rope and he's going to take the cow wherever he wants them to take. The cow is the slave." So Adi said, "Now watch this." And he took a pair of scissors and he cut the rope. And the cow ran away from the master and the man started running after the cow. And then he said, "Look what's happening. Do you now know who the master is?" The cow is not at all interested in the man, and the man now wants to go behind him and try finding him. So like the cow, we all carry inside a lot of things that we think we are interested in and we think we are the master. But the minute we release it, we'll actually be free. And in a lot of my conversations with you, in my coaching conversations with you, I just feel that there's a lot that you help us to uncover and let go, which truly makes us free. So this is a very, very sincere thanks from my end, and I'm sure everybody would like to do that as well. But thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else can go.
I have the good fortune of saying this again. I did this once before and I have it once again, but Jaya would want me not to come again next time around. But I keep saying this again and again, and I have put that on the post. I actually made a presentation and then I realized this morning that it's a poster, so I had to change it into a poster. But it's like kneading a dough. We all came, like the flour, and Jaya craftfully, molded us into what we are today. And I think it will be only the right thing for us to take it forward and make it even better. When we see the Abhyudaya community as such on the group, and when we attend her sessions, Jaya sessions, we understand how big this group is and how far and wide it has spread. All started as a seed in Jaya's mind, and today so many of us are benefiting out of it. So gratitude is just a small word in comparison to what actually it has done personally for me. And I know Jaya always talks about reflecting and talk about yourself, not the entire community. But that and that's what is the biggest learning for me in my life, I should say, because when I look back, I used to always talk in a collective perspective all the time. To shift from that collective perspective to an individual reflection took a year for me since I joined Abhyudaya. And now I can see the reason why it is so. And the more you look inward, the more you find peace. And I think that's the biggest learning I have had, apart from, of course, being a better coach in whatever way I can. But the personal journey that I have been through in the last 1 year has been immensely gratifying, immensely satisfying, immensely helpful to me to be a better person, better version of myself. And I don't think thank you will suffice at this juncture, because it's a journey. And what I can say is that every time I speak, every time I interact with people, every time I get on my coaching conversations, which in effect is almost most of the time, Jaya and Abhyudaya will be remembered by me. So I don't think there is any need for goodbye, because it's always there, and it will always be there as part of my journey going forward. Thank you very much, Jaya and Abhyudaya, Timsi, Diksha, Akansha, and the entire gang. Bhavna is here, and I would like to thank Bhavna, because one of the best mentoring sessions that I've ever attended, and I told this to her as well, has been a real revelation for me. A lot of learnings from all the mentors, in fact, that I have been part of. Thanks to all of them as well. And lastly, may this cohort become bigger. May this cohort remain together, and may us keep the flag of Abhyudaya flying high all the time. Thank you so much, everyone, for your participation and your help, good words. I think the good words that all of you keep saying has actually impacted myself and in my journey more than anything else that I can even think of. So thanks for the good words, and thanks for the good time. And let's keep in connecting, because I think the journey of learning will continue with us forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Das. Thank you. And thank you for taking this journey again when I pushed you, actually, because I know it was difficult for you to make time, but
I think it was one of the best decisions that I've taken. So thank you.
जया, मैं कुछ हिंदी में सुनाती हूँ. आपने बोला था इसलिए I like that. Okay, I just found it, but yeah, when you keep sharing those posts which talk about, being unleashing yourself and finding the you within you, yeah, so it's on those lines. So this is how it goes. बैठ जाओ सपनों के नाव में, मौके की तलाश ना करो, सपने बुनना सीख लो, खुद ही थाम लो हाथों में पतवार, माझी का ना इंतजार करो, सपने बुनना सीख लो, पलट सकती है नाव की तकदीर, गोते खाना सीख लो, सपने बुनना सीख लो, अब नदी के साथ बहना सीख लो, डूबना नहीं तैरना सीख लो, सपने बुनना सीख लो, भंवर में फंसी सपनों की नाव, अब पतवार चलाना सीख लो, सपने बुनना सीख लो, खुद ही राह बनाना सीख लो, अपने दम पर कुछ करना सीख लो, सपने बुनना सीख लो, तेज नहीं तो धीरे चलना सीख लो, भय के भ्रम से लड़ना सीख लो, सपने बुनना सीख लो. Thank you.
Awesome.
And just one, नहीं अभी हिंदी में ही बोलती हूँ. हरिवंश राय बच्चन की ये 2 लाइन्स है जो मुझे हमेशा लगता है कि इसमें जीवन का सार है पूरा. और ये अमिताभ बच्चन के जो स्कूल में जाते थे वहां पे भी लिखा हुआ है कि इस तरह से है वो कि मन का हो तो अच्छा है, मन का हो तो अच्छा है, मन का ना हो तो और भी अच्छा है, क्योंकि उसमें भगवान की मर्जी शामिल होती है. तो मैं जब भी अपने आप को पूछती हूँ कि मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है या ऐसा क्यों नहीं हुआ, तो मैं हमेशा यही 2 लाइन याद करती हूँ कि वो नहीं होने में भी कोई बहुत बड़ी ब्लेसिंग है. एंड दैट कीप्स मी गोइंग. सो थैंक यू.
Thank you for your trust, Sonali.
ऑलवेज जया.
Anyone else? Atma, sorry, I'm putting you on a spot. Or Suparna, Anita.
Feels like we are all reflecting right now. Jaya has conditioned us so much to reflect.
You say it best when you say nothing at all.
Oh, record song, poetic song.
That's super. Please sing this one also. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say,
You have
sing
a
it.
great voice. Yeah.
No, I was not. I was just, I think this journey has been so beautiful. In this last 3 months, I think that the growth and progress that I've seen in my own self has really fast tracked. And as Anita was saying, Jai, you've made us so used to reflecting. Everything is reflection. Why am I doing this? What if I don't do it? So, these questioning comes so naturally to your own self. And all of this really has helped us grow. And as I say, it's really fast tracked. The journey I would have covered maybe next 5 years. I was able to achieve that in 3 months. So I think beautiful. Loved every minute of it. And I hope to meet some of you in person or while traveling, at least some of you who are outside of Delhi NCR. But it'll be so lovely to keep in touch and meet each other even outside of this Zoom box.
Absolutely. The journey is just begin. Stay together.
मतलब जया कल तो बियर पे भी कोचिंग हो गई. मतलब इतना ज्यादा बियर हो गया तो कोचिंग और बियर.
Where like you did virtually?
नहीं, in person. So my friend had come over, ठीक है, and it was just the 2 of us. Smoke चल रहा है, beer चल रहा है. अभी sorry, I'm going unleashed. तो टिम्सी नहीं रिकॉर्ड करना तो बंद कर दो प्लीज. So हम बात करने लगे. And then he suddenly started talking about some personal problem and all of that. और मैं सिर्फ देख रही थी and what Suparna said about reflection, okay? So I just stayed mum, which is so unlike me, Jaya. तो मैं सिर्फ देख रही हूँ and बस फिर मैंने $1 million question ही पूछ लिया. And this man, this friend of mine, okay, known him for more than a decade now, wears like a chip on his shoulder कि मुझे तो सभी कुछ पता है तो तुम तो मुझे क्या ही बता दोगी. But that one question that I asked him set him thinking, and to my surprise, he actually told me that no, I think I have the answer now what I should be doing. तो मैंने कहा अभी बियर और स्मोक पे भी कोचिंग हो जाता है तो अब तो जया what more could you have asked for?
See, you already have a niche. Be a coach.
Be a coach.
Who stops us? Yeah, there are no rules around this.
हाँ तो पेड़ में फिर सिर्फ कॉफी नहीं बजाया, बियर भी हो सकता है.
आराम से हो सकता है. बिल्कुल, किसने मना किया? Maybe that will do the work faster.
हाँ जया, you are right.
And obviously, alcohol brings vulnerability faster.
I think alcohol brings vulnerability. It also gets you more confidence. So I'd gone recently for my offsite and I was telling, and I don't know how, क्योंकि पी हुई थी तो फिर सच भी बता रही थी. And I've given one interview about 1.5 years ago, and I've made one strong client pitch after having had a drink. दोनों वो रात को हो रही थी and somebody came over, एक पी लो, एक के बाद 2 पी लो. उसके बाद जो कॉन्फिडेंस आता है ना, मतलब जो ये totally uninhibited, फिर तो मतलब परफॉर्मेंस देख लो.
Why do you think all the creative people actually first take a dope and then go? The Sapa would know in his industry this happens very, very, very commonly, right?
Absolutely.
No harm, as far as you're not harming anyone else.
तो जय मैं तो मान ही नहीं सकती कि गुंजन को बिना पिए कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है, उसको वैसे में ज्यादा रहता है. अभी उसके बाद वो ऐसे बोलेगी कि someone dare not ask me anything.
डबल हो जाता है ना उसके बाद.
डबल हो जाता है.
हमारी एक कोचिंग हुआ था ना सोनाली, रिमेम्बर वो जो लास्ट वीकेंड हुआ था ना कोचिंग. मैंने बोला नहीं क्योंकि कोच का जॉब नहीं है, मगर अभी आई एम नॉट कोचिंग. एक झटका लो, वैसे भी वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रहे हो, उसके बाद देखना मार दोगे. मतलब कॉल में जो आए ना प्यार से मार दोगे, इतना कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाएगा. आई एम टेलिंग यू.
अरे पर वो सेशन के लिए तो ना चरण स्पर्श ही करने चाहिए तुम्हारे गुंजन. ओ माय गॉड, मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था आगे कैसे बढ़ूं. सविता ने भी यही कहा कि you could have asked these questions, maybe she would have opened up. जय वो काफी चैलेंजिंग था. ओके गुंजन के साथ तो.
So I coached her and she coached me.
Good. अच्छा, चैलेंजिंग होता तभी तो मजा आता है.
Maybe you can show it to Jaya, Sonali.
अरे जया, that reminds me, वो 3 1-on-1 का कोचिंग सेशन आपके साथ तो हुए ही नहीं है.
कोर्स खत्म थोड़ी हुआ है अभी. सर्टिफिकेट थोड़ी मिल गया आपको.
हाँ टिम्सी, मुझे करने देना. हाँ, ये मत कहना डेट खत्म हो गई है तो अब नहीं कर सकती.
You have it open. Finish your program at your own pace.
Oh my God, no. I still remember you told गुंजन चलने को तो ये 4-5 साल भी चल सकता है.
अभी आपका काम शुरू हुआ ना, मेरा काम खत्म हो गया.
But I want to just take a minute to thank Timsi. Timsi को मैंने इतना तंग किया है. Timsi मेरे पास Zoom की calls भेजो. Timsi ये कैसे अपलोड करना है, Timsi ये कैसे डाउनलोड करना है, Timsi मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है. मतलब thank you so much Timsi, you've always been there. कभी भी मतलब मैं WhatsApp कर देती हूँ, ये चाहिए वो चाहिए, ऐसा समझ नहीं आ रहा है, please help कर दो. So really thanks so much.
That's my job, Gunjan. Most welcome anytime. कोई भी problem है, I'm always there यार. Always there.
वो 24/7 जॉब किसी का नहीं होता है ना, मगर आपने 24/7 वाला जॉब लिया हुआ है. Thank you.
Yeah, use +1 to that, Gunjan. Timsi, like I have texted you at very random times, and you were always there, and like, you know, that well, folder नहीं मिल रहा है, you know, file नहीं मिल रहा है. I'm unable to see the link, so thank you for that. Thanks a lot.
Assignments नहीं खत्म किए, mentoring sessions scheduled है. I think Timsi, if you hadn't sent us those reminders, half of those things wouldn't have been done.
Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
नहीं सही में टिम्सी 24/7 तो I agree. और जया, मुझे तो लगता था मतलब टिम्सी और दीक्षा को मतलब क्या ही ग्रूमिंग मिली है और क्या ही कोचिंग मिली है कि कुछ छूटता नहीं उन लोगों से.
Yeah. So could you guys make your poster of learnings? Do you want to share that with everybody? It's okay, नहीं बनाया तो कोई बात नहीं, class नहीं है. That is just idea to not lose all that you have gained. So if you have made it, share, otherwise it's fine.
हमारे क्लास का फ्रंट सीटर सुपर्णा.
हाँ,
I don't know, I'm sure other people are also.
No, Das has made it. I think Das, you go for it first.
Das made it on behalf of everyone.
I
No,
like
you
that,
can
Sonali.
say that. You can say that.
You can share
Because
this.
actually, it's not a poster. So please pardon me. It's a presentation. And then I converted it into a poster, but then the poster, it came in 3 different, you know, when I saved it. And the other disclaimer is that from Canva, when you take pictures and images, you'll have the watermark on it, unless you purchase Canvas, which I haven't. So sorry for that. I'll just share my screen. 1 second. So where am I? I'm a little lost somewhere.
I also have like a one slider. I'll show it once the ask is done.
Okay, here goes. So I hope you can see this. Is it visible?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just put in my thoughts into it. I did not know any other way of putting out a poster. I know Tim C had given very specific instructions that it has to be one poster with images. I will try to condense this into one poster, Tim C. So please, sorry. I will try to put it into a poster. I put it into a poster, but it came in 3 parts. So I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to Abhyudaya. I feel Abhyudaya is the best. And this is a genuine feeling I have, because I did a lot of research before I actually honed in on Abhyudaya, before I joined Abhyudaya, and I couldn't, feel better now, because I use the word she for both Abhyudaya and Jaya, of course. Okay, changed my life, I feel, in the last 1 year, because there's a lot of things that has happened, and I don't want to get into that, but I would like to start off by a word of gratitude. And then, like I told you, kneading the dough, I can't put it in words what I've learned, because this picture represents what exactly Jay has done to me. And that's been a journey which has actually changed a lot of things for me internally, personally, and as a person. So I thought I'll put this out there. So some of the learnings, I'm not getting into that. This is about coaching, the mindset, attitude, action, behavior, success, eliminate distractions, and whether it's an art and science, or it's art and science, or art or science, is a big reflection that we had in terms of coaching. I'm just quickly going through it because I don't want to bore you with the same stuff that we have all learned. Presence and establishing trust, honesty is extremely important. Knowledge, care and concern, being genuine, open. These are not just words that I have written down, but these are words that I practice. So that means a lot. I actually went through the course curriculum once again, but I also went through the reflections on a Google form to see what I had written for each of those sessions. And I have just taken, words from both of them. And that's how this has come about. Contracting and recontracting, which is very important, the intended outcomes and the agreement that has to be there, whether you contract in the beginning or you need to recontract, is a big learning for me, because now it comes automatically to me, because when I look at the coaching conversations, when I realize that the actual problem is something deeper and different from what exactly the client had agreed initially, then there is a thing called recontracting, which I wasn't aware earlier. But during this journey, I've been aware of it, so that it's important to recontract and be clear about what the outcomes should be. Listening, that's something that I never did earlier, and that's something that I've started doing now. Being in the moment is what I would put it there. So it's like not only in a coaching conversation, but even when I'm at home talking to my family or my friends, being in that space where you are there is extremely important for the other person, is what I learned for myself. And I think that's another thing that I take away. Asking powerful questions, of course, everyone knows that. is a very, very important element of our coaching conversation. And that's something that I learned. The architecture, the meaning, the context, and the scope of the questions that we asked. I think that gives the outcome that is desired. And it comes through experience, it comes through practice. And Bhavna will tell you that I go wrong on that even today after a year of practice. So this is a continuous learning journey about what kind of questions to ask, when to ask, how to ask. I think that comes only with practice, no matter what theory you know about asking powerful questions. But every mentoring session, like what Bhavna also was talking about that day, I have written down, when the mentor says that this is perhaps a question that you could have asked. And that's where mentoring is so important, either with Jaya or the others, is you get to know this question could have been asked. So I've written down all those questions, not that you'll remember them, but then the more we read them and the more we realize that these questions could have been asked is when the learning happens. And that's the continuous process. Evoking awareness, facilitating the client's growth, time to think is extremely important. I think that's where the awareness happens. And if that book we can assimilate and reproduce in our coaching conversations, I think this evoking awareness becomes easier. Challenging positively. Why challenging is required? What is the present state of the client or the person whom you're talking to? Feed forward is what I written. I got that from Gunjan when we were discussing, feedback. When Gunjan actually put that word forward and said that it's not feedback, it's feed forward. I thought rather than putting feedback, feed forward is a better word to be used. And what are the options that the client will evoke at that particular point of time? And lastly, as you all know, taking action, commitment, taking responsibility, reviewing, celebrating milestones and timelines. All of these are the learnings that I have. But most of all, what my learning has been to be a better person, look deep within, be a better version of myself, and how Jaya's picked us up, each one of us, from the crowd of people who are wondering what to do as a coach or whether you should do or shouldn't. I see Jaya picking me up from the crowd and my distractions and mine, and telling me that it's better late than never. So here I am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Did this activity help you? Doing this activity?
Yes, of course. It actually it's a kind of revision also, but it's also about time to think, where we think about what is it that we have taken away and what is it that is going to be used. I think that time is extremely important. The time you give for this exercise has actually opened up more, is what I see. Every time you do that, I think we learn a little bit more.
Anyone has it?
Sonali, you want to go next or can I go?
Yeah, I'll just show it 1 second. I'll just share my screen.
Hi, Neha.
It's just
Welcome.
one slider.
Just wanted to acknowledge you. She's around.
You able to see?
Hey, yeah, we are. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah, so sorry, okay. I've just taken pictures without permission and I've put them here. So before submitting, if anybody is not okay, I will remove the pictures, okay? And Varun, I didn't get
Why wouldn't we be okay, Sonali? Your intent is so pure. You're such a genuine person. So there's absolutely no necessity for a disclaimer here.
Thank you, Das. टिमसी पिछले मतलब सेशन होने के 15 मिनट पहले मैंने ये फोटोज डाले तो सॉरी तुम्हारा मैं ढूंढ नहीं पाई ओके but definitely it will go there in the final one.
No problem.
The closest that has come is, I think, Varun's photo.
उसने कहीं कुछ ई ट्रेल छोड़ा ही नहीं है, उसका कुछ मिलता ही नहीं है फोटो
and I'm telling you that helped because you look at it and you know that's Varun.
That's Varun.
Sonali मुझसे मांग लेती है.
किससे?
मुझसे, मेरे पास है बहुत. I mean, I'm connected with Varun, Facebook,
अरे मैं सोच
social
रही
media
थी
and
कि
all
आप
that.
सबको लिखूं, पर वो इतना लास्ट मोमेंट था, मतलब जस्ट 10-15 मिनट पहले मुझे ध्यान आया कि व्हाई नॉट पुट पिक्चर्स करके. अब भेज देना गुंजन, ऐड कर दूंगी.
Done.
थैंक्स. बट लाइक दसप्पा सेड, वो देखते से समझ में आ रहा है वरुण है.
Beautifully you made this image and the thoughts.
Thank you, Das. So yes, the torch bearers, Jaya, Abhyudaya's torch bearers, we are. And
You all are. You all
yes.
are bearers now.
So yeah, because Das, he summed it up so well. So it's more or less, of course, on the same lines. So I'm not going through it, but yes, these are our guidelines. And for me, that being non-judgmental, okay, and there could be that your values, and it still keeps echoing, okay, that the values could be so different. And even one of the mentors said that during the sessions, that your value could be very different than your client's value, but there too, you will have to then proceed, keep that aside and proceed. So that has been a huge, huge learning for me, being non-judgmental. And of course, when you talk about being one with the coaching.
What's your key learning, Sonali? Only one learning.
But it's not coaching, okay, what I'm going to tell you. So be that anchor that you're looking for. And I can never thank you enough for that. वो coaching से related नहीं ही होगा Jaya. But this is the biggest learning from all your posts and what I have been hearing from this group and you.
That's all.
Yeah, so that's the goal I have for my life. And on various aspects of my life, it has given me so much clarity that even if I question at times, that's like my guiding principle in life. That don't look outside. It has to be you, within you. So that's the biggest life-changing philosophy. Take away to main kya hi bolu.
Beautiful. That's all. That's the crux of everything.
Yes.
See, Varun has joined us. How wonderful.
Stop. Varun has joined. Varun, तुम्हारा photo देखो join किया है तो.
He's just joining. He's just
अच्छा.
joining. It's a good surprise.
Yeah. So let it be for maybe a few seconds.
Hi Neha, welcome.
Hi Neha, welcome.
You're on mute.
I think, yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting. So nice to see Sonali, Atma, and Suparna.
Hi, Neha.
Hi, guys. And
Hi,
hi.
Neha. Thanks for joining and remembering us.
Varun, you're there?
Yeah, I just landed and I thought I just should try my luck.
So good. So good you joined. We're still around.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody's
happy to
missing
have
you.
you. Okay. Where are you on right now?
I'm right now at Dubai.
Dubai. Okay. You're transit. You're in transit. Okay. I have already reached.
Yeah. No.
Great. I read also, like with, of course, your permission, I recited your poem when you were not around. But if you would like to recite again, I mean, I think.
I don't even have the poem with me now.
Yeah. Okay.
I can WhatsApp it to you, Varun, if you like.
WhatsApp won't work in Dubai, I think.
I don't trouble him, yeah. He's been able to join enough.
वरुण होमवर्क किया अपने पोस्टर का दुबई तो पहुंच गया पोएम भी लिख दी होमवर्क किया
ये लो काम दे दो अभी हाँ अभी
वरुण ने तो किया होगा गुंजन आप अपनी सोचो
नहीं किया तभी कुछ नहीं बोला अनम्यूट करो वरुण कि म्यूट पे क्यों अरे म्यूट पे हो
Yeah.
किया है
Yeah.
ये पीछे बुर्ज खलीफा पे खड़े हो आप
ये वरुण का
नहीं,
एयरपोर्ट है ये वरुण अगेन अनदर न्यू लुक
सोनाली
देखो
stop
उसने
sharing
टोपी
ना
भी
please
पहनी है हाँ I'll stop sharing one second अरे उसे दिखाने के लिए रखा था, but maybe it didn't catch his attention.
He's on phone, na? दिख नहीं रहा।
हाँ वही दिख नहीं रहा होगा उसको।
वरुण चुप चुप के होमवर्क कर लेता है।
And I did all of this. I got the homework also.
Okay.
So it's a different getup you are in ना, बिल्कुल fly by कर रहे हो इसलिए। बाल वाल सब कटा लिए क्या? एयरपोर्ट लुक है तेरे एयरपोर्ट लुक है बाय गॉड।
Varun
टोपी
caught in the
उतारो।
airport look. Headline story.
वरुण टोपी उतारो।
ये रैगिंग करने लगे यार उसको।
ओह
बांध रखे हैं उसने। अच्छा
Stop
अच्छा।
acting like US immigration. तो फिर उतारो, क्या उतारो।
अभी मुझे सस्पेशन पे निकाल देंगे।
चलो, good. Who's going next?
I can share my screen.
Hmm.
So, just like Timsy had said, we have to create a picture and create a poster. So I've been very diligent. Also, because of my lack of creativity, I could only do whatever has been instructed. So I've tried to put all my learning into this fishbone diagram. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
Varna,
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
I get too consultant.
All right. So I put all my learning into this fishbone diagram. Of course, because to show the cause and effect between our learning and how it's kind of helped us grow, create an awareness, reflect, and so on. But also, to kind of say that if coaching were an animal, then it would definitely be a fish, because both of them represent deeper awareness, higher self, feeling, motives, intelligence, and thought process. So that's the connection I see between coaching and the fish. And of course, symbolically also, it's an ocean of learning. You've only seen the surface. As we keep diving down deeper and deeper, there's just such a beautiful world waiting for us inside. Let me not kind of bore you with the details here. We've all gone through the coaching mindset, in the process being self-aware, looked at the coaching tools in terms of learning, the inquisitive questions, which are, which transforms the conversations completely. So if I look at the whole journey and divide that into 3 P's, I think it's about reflecting, learning, and growing. And then, there's still more to do when it comes to building trust or building relationships. There's nothing, that's the main element. You kind of, with each client, with each such interaction, you kind of learn how to trust, learn how to build relationships better. Because building relationships, according to me, is an art and not a science. In that, so where there could be theories around it, but each one of us will do it very differently, and it cannot be really taught. It's something that you experience, and you go through in the journey. I think in this whole journey, one statement that comes out very, very strong to me, and there's a first statement in what to be, be bold, be curious, and be vulnerable. Vulnerability to me earlier was weakness, but now the way I look at it is kind of a core strength. It's being strong, it's being challenging the status quo, and showing your vulnerability actually is not a bad thing. So I think it's one of the key core strengths. So I think I don't want to get into the details of it, but this is what I've kind of summed it up in terms of, or try to sum up the entire learning of last 3 months through this diagram.
Wonderful.
I can go next, Jaya.
It's been 5 months, by the way. April, the course started, right?
29th of April, so I'm not just counting that month.
Okay, 4 months.
Oh my God, this looks so good, Anita.
Okay,
No,
actually,
very
because it's looking quite
artistic.
jovial. So, yeah, Jaya, since you asked, I mean, or technically Timsy asked what is the one learning and how you want to put. I feel like the learning that I'm carrying is that the building of all competencies can only be laid on the strong foundation of mindset and the ethical standards. So, which is why you will see that balance, क्या बोलते हैं उसको तराजू हाँ तो ethical that's supposed to denote ethical standards and then of course the mindset part. Listening, I just felt like I want to convey listening in a very empathetic yet deep way. Why I have shared the wheel of life is because whether it's when we are being coaches or when we are being clients to coaches, I feel like we can be in the best zone. That's why, in fact, I've titled it as Just Living My Best Life and given hashtag as coach mode and client mode, because I want the same for the client. And I feel like they come to us also for that, to live their best life. And then a bit on questioning. So it's not just any question. Now I'm aware that the questions have to make people think. There's a bit of the contracting part in all the visuals, like the relationship or the communication or the mindset. Or the goal setting or the evoking awareness. So all the pictures convey that in some way. And of course, to summarize the three elements of having, doing, and being, and how probably that's the order in which the journey will progress further. So this is my chuntu-muntu thing.
Very creative, very nice.
Thank you. So that's the, yeah.
What did this activity do to you, Anita?
I think I'll mirror what Das said, because it did help me also. Somehow, I don't know, I feel like level 1 just flew. It really, really flew. Like level 2, I realize I'm being much more intentional and somehow that's much more there with me. Whereas level 1, really, I don't know why, it just has flown in a good way. Let's really flown. So I feel like when I revisited this, I made the poster actually this morning, but then I have been trying to revisit the information and all over the last few days. And yeah, it's like a lot of things. It's as if I was seeing everything in a very different light. And I once again became aware that there is so much of wealth of information, which if we were all to, of course, I think I should speak for myself, that if I were to take a little time, even on a twice a week basis, and there is so much, literally, like metaphors, stories, I mean, you name it and it's there. So I think I'm committing to kind of making better use of it. So that's where I'm at. And Jaya, if I may share, you remember I had this huge thing about communication and relationships, and I told you that no, I don't think I feel that way anymore. And I feel like this is the group I had in mind, because honestly, I don't think I have been able to communicate a lot with all of them. In fact, the maximum communication has happened in the last few days when we were trying to, get this show for today. But I realized that there is no question in my mind that the bond is sacred. That it's very different than people whom I've known for years together. And I really don't know any of them very well. And I don't think even they can say that about me. Yet the relationship is much deeper. So which is where I feel like rather than the amount you communicate, it's probably about what is the shared context that you have and how that can, like, I really know I can call any of these people anytime. Like I just feel it in my gut. Like I know it can happen. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So thank you for the people apart from the course.
Well, I told you there's no coincidence, and I'm not, people get invited to this course, and I also don't know how come people get to know this, something happens. So I believe in that. There's a reason why this group is together, why all of you are together. So there's a power in that. Totally believe it.
I believe.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Anyone else has a poster?
Gunjan, you did do a poster, right? I mean, you did something. Right? That's okay.
That's okay. This activity is basically for you to have a document because journey was very long. To just have one thing that can anchor you back. That's the idea. Yeah, Atma, sorry, you were saying something.
No, I was saying that if we do not have any more posters, I will go about my learning and reflection. I don't have a poster, and and thank you very much because I was not super active in last 2 days, and I was finishing some work. I was traveling, came back last night, late last night. But I thought I will reflect on the journey which I did while I was on the flight last night, and I have taken some notes that I am carrying with me right now. I think first of all, I to echo with Anita, Jaya, we met such amazing human beings, not only the peers, but all the mentors. I mean, I can see Neha and Bhavna, they're on the call. And I met few people when I was traveling. And one thing which when I meet someone comes and meet me, whenever they take out their time. And I express that gratitude because in today's day and time, the most important thing which you can do for someone is giving your time with half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. So that's the biggest thing which can be done. So I'm like very grateful for that, these connections. And as Anita says that, I mean, there's no inhibitions, though we haven't interacted so much. I mean, that is of course a feedback or feed forward for us, for me rather. But yeah, there's no inhibitions, there's no hesitations. And whenever whosoever I have connected with through the coaching sessions, I could feel that bond. I mean, so far, when last conversation what Supran and I had, I remember I felt so good after that conversation. You shared some of your deepest, thoughts, and then you come out of it. And that same happened with the mentoring sessions also. So first, learning was the reflection, what I was talking about. And it made me reflect so much on so many things. And why I'm trying to share it in story format, because what I've seen that all of us, all the peer group, we were going through most of us were going through a very different or very interesting phase or life on our professional side. I remember it started, with Gunjan. Das started in the very beginning, then Suparna, then I was in the same storm, and there's so many things were happening at work. So I think I stayed same throughout the process because that reflection has helped a lot. And the second piece was around abundance. What I started doing in last few months, and that's I'm still working on. It's like, how do I focus on the abundance? How do I focus on what is available there, rather than what is not available there? And then through those conversations, those reflections, when we are doing all the modules, I could see that micro shift in me. That how do I focus on what is there, what action I can take? So which comes from the reflection. So the focus has been shifted from negativity or say or lack of abundance towards abundance. So I think that's a positive shift, and so it's this life journey which will happen throughout. Third thing which I have seen, and that has, and I have to give a lot to the mentors for that, and we have 2 mentors on the call, is I have started working a lot on the respond then the reaction. I remember some of the first conversations what I had, and yeah, you mentored that session, I remember, and I had those feed forwards that that urge to answer, urge to guide, as to say, this is so easy. Why are even like I remember I had one of the sessions with one of the person on this call, and the thing was about procrastination we were discussing, and that was an immediate response that so easy, it's procrastination. It's amazing, like you delay stuff and you do wonders. So that's one shift, not only in the coaching sessions, I've seen that has happened me in life also, at workplace, and at in life and in personal life also. I started responding more than reacting, and that of course eases so many things out. The fourth thing what I've seen is the positive emotions, and I will share a shift in me and why I'm talking about the positive emotions here. I remember when I did my first session, and I think Vijaya, you were the mentor, and how was like, and the first question which you asked after listening to the recording is like, what do you feel about it? And I remember in the first conversation I started, this went horrible, it's very bad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From there till last session, like what the shift I have seen in myself, whenever I watch my recording with a mentor, natural, the first thing which comes to me is what went well. Literally, then I think, okay, yeah. And then I remember they had told me, be kind to yourself, don't beat yourself. And that actually, that shift I have seen. And because the last call which I had with Neha, I remember giving my feedback. I spoke about all the things that, these are things which went well. Of course, this is where, I can do better. And of course, this is a journey, not something where I have to be harsh on myself. And then I think last thing which is very important and which I learned in this journey is patience. How to be patient. I have seen they are being so patient with so many things, and I'm amazingly patient. And with everything, I used to be scared. Oh, I'm going to the class. I didn't do the assignment. I'm doing this. I didn't do this thing. I didn't schedule the coaching session. But I think you never came across. I mean, again, because we have been historically conditioned when we go to a class, that fear of the teacher. I think that patience is something which, started like, okay. And I was talking to one of the peer here that, hey, we haven't finished all the things, but yeah, it's a journey, and, we'll take it, and we'll, of course, we'll finish from there. So these are the learnings I thought I will share, which I reflected while I was flying back to Mumbai. But thank you, Jaya. Thank you, mentors. And thank you all the wonderful peers.
Thank you. Remember, it's your journey. I'm just the facilitator. So you have to finish the journey when you want to finish. It's not a school, right?
Thank you.
Awesome.
And Atma, you're sort of inspired me to say something over here, because even though I don't have a poster or anything, but I want to tell you that one coaching conversation that I've had with Jaya, and I think most of you have been witness to it because it was part of the class, has been really, really, I'm not getting the word for it, which I'm not prepared to say this, but it was like, oof, it was like an earth-shattering, groundbreaking sort of discovery, which is when I was talking about the workplace harassment and all of that I was going through. I mean, it was harassment in my mind, at least. And I think the way you helped me explore that practically you do what you need to do, which is to help move out. But what is it that'll really, really, I don't know what incisive questioning she had done, but that like some question that led me to the fact that what's really going to help me through this, and which is my ability to call out bad behavior or to call out things. And I don't know if the follow-up happened. You did, I think, but yes, I did. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that I did go ahead. I set up Zoom meetings with 2 of the people who had made my life miserable, and I gave them feedback. Of course, there was repercussion. They screwed up my rating, and all of that. But I stand proud, He is a chua nahi bani main. You did what you did because you have more power than I have. But I stood up, and unlike other people who gossip and bitch behind their back and appear nice on their faces, I told you on your faces what you really are all about. So thank you. It makes me feel very proud of myself that I followed what I think was right. Uska repercussion to theek hai, jo hota hai so hota hai. It's okay.
Happy for you. You're in a better place, I guess.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, can I take a moment here? I have to leave in a few minutes. So I thought I'll just, I'm hearing all you guys talk, and it's such a, I'm so happy I got to be a part of, even if it was a very little part of some of your journeys. I've heard each one of you talk so passionately about yourselves, the reflections, the learnings, how I've heard the excitement in your voices about what the future is going to look like. I've heard the gratitude that you have towards each other and to Jaya. And the 1 or 2 things that are landing on me is, one, I feel like, my God, I missed out so much fun because I didn't do my ACC with Jaya. I just did my PCC mentoring with her. So I'm looking at you guys and thinking, oh man, I could have had this. I could have had my group. So that's one, but I'm so glad that I am now with working with Jaya in my MCC journey, and I have now my own group, which has made me realize the power of the group. Life will happen. You'll all get busy. The excitement, the fire will still keep burning, but slightly lower. So just hang around, stick around, keep igniting those lights for each other, keep pushing each other. And that kind of really goes a long way. I'm seeing that happen to me. I'm a person who did my PCC journey by myself and my ACC journey by myself. I have told Jaya about how I mentored a couple of you guys, and in those conversations, I again had that feeling, damn, if somebody was telling me this when I was starting out, I would have landed somewhere else or maybe sooner, whatever. So on that front, I would like to extend that again to the entire group here. I'm here, I'm available. Drop me a mail, drop me a message if you want to just, if there is some doubt, some thoughts, if you need 10 minutes to just have a sounding board, I'm here, just reach out and I'll make some time for you guys. Lastly, Jaya is one, I mean, she's like the lighthouse. She's like the lighthouse for so many, just being there. And for me, that's how I see her. She just quietly stands there with her light, and like little moths to a flame, everybody just kind of comes around to her. She's so she's that quiet support that you guys know that she'll always be around, as she's been for me, as she's been for many others. But it's up to you on how much you would want to leverage that and how you do it. Because she's never said no for anything to me. And yeah, and so that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say, like, way to go. I love the poems. I love the skit. My God, I love the little thing, Suparna, you tied. It was so funny. And I love that you took Golgappas as the thing. So before I leave, I'm just going to leave you with one thing that is coming to me. And I would have loved to do it, but I was so engrossed in listening to all you guys that I didn't realize I'm finishing on my time here. So just share with each other, what were your first impressions of Jaya? Because when I met Jaya, I was like, I just like stopped dead in my tracks. I was like, oh, so this is presence. Because she just would say like one sentence and I'll go running in my reflection somewhere. And she very, very quietly comes and takes the space in your life. And you're so aware of it. And yet it is such a quiet space that it's so natural and so non-existent and, quiet and all of that. So that was my first impression of Jaya. It's just built on from there. I know she has many facets, many faces. I want you guys to just go ahead and share that, how you got to her. Sorry, Jaya, I'm doing this to you.
Have the permission.
Thank you so much. On that note, I'll let you get on. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bhavna. I'd like to go first, actually.
I knew Anita would speak first.
No, because it's freaky that you should ask this, because I would have told this to Jaya, if not to the whole group. So generally, to me, like, learning has to be fun, okay, Bhavna, like, because I learn best that way. But then there was this video of Jaya I watched on LinkedIn, and I was following her work for quite some time. And the first thought was like, थोड़ी serious है यार, मतलब नहीं, should I do the course? 4-5 महीने उतना seriousness मुझसे झेला जाएगा कि नहीं, and all that. And then like you said, I think to me, I chose her because I wanted to embody what I truly lack. So, so like, I'm there on the energy meter, but then I really want to, and I think I'm moving towards the ठहराव meter. I don't know ठहराव को English में क्या बोलते हैं, but yeah. So to me, she really signifies ठहराव. So it's like, even with all my energy, it's like if I just remember her, and I remember her a lot, I just immediately get the sense of calm. In fact, she's like my anchor for grounding myself before a coaching session. So yeah, so to me, that's what she represents. And that was my first impression, that बहुत ठहराव है, and that I want a lot of that ठहराव for myself. So modeling करने के लिए then तो सोचा that she would be a great person to engage with right now. And so here we are. That was not too bad, Jaya.
मुझे ऐसा सुनाई दे रहा है बहुत ठहरी हुई है यार.
ठहरी हुई. No, and then of course
That was a good one, Jaya.
Maybe that then of course you discover she has her own brand of humor, which is very
We
difficult to
gonna-
deal with.
मैं expect
Out
नहीं
of-
कर रही थी जया से ये. वो कितना
Out of this-
joke crack किया.
Anita, from your entire thing, what you've spoken about, what we remember, what Jaya just said.
बहुत ठहरी हुई है. यार
What-
तुम्हारी tell us something about
Okay,
Jaya.
you're being cheap now. I said
बहुत ठहरी हुई है.
ठहरा.
वैसे ही सुनाई दे रहा है
हिंदी
मुझे.
हिंदी अरे हिंदी तुम लोग हिंदी नहीं जानते हो, बस वही प्रॉब्लम है.
हाँ नहीं मैं जानती हूँ, but I love what she said.
And right here is a coaching moment where what you say and how you say makes all the difference. So it's the same thing. बहुत ठहरी हुई है. Now Jaya is saying it just completely changes the meaning of the statement.
I'm so amazed. कहाँ से Jaya you got this word? I'm so amazed. Such an amazing.
Yeah.
I never
I'm
had
her
this word in
victim,
my life.
Bhavna. You're the now proof now. I'm like her perpetual victim. Like, she never takes a trip on me only. Like I don't know.
And
why.
then Anita, you've started, batch 2 or level 2 also.
सोचो, इसको कहते हैं मत मारी
We've
जाना.
not even
नहीं,
finished
क्योंकि
level
तुम में
1.
ठहराव आया है अनीता. तुम में
हाँ?
ठहराव आया है. तुम भी ठहरी हुई बनना चाहती हो इसीलिए.
मैं अब तो मतलब ठहरी पूरा ठहरी बन के रहूंगी मैं.
But that's a new term, okay? We've coined कि ठहरी हुई जया.
Sounds so cheap.
टिम्सी next poster में डालना है. Welcome to be ठहरी हुई
ठहरी, हाँ.
जया.
ये लेवल 2 पोस्टर का
कोई
टाइटल
नहीं आएगा फिर.
नहीं ठहरी हुई जानने ही आ जाएगा जया. You don't know.
दुनिया में ठहरे हुए लोगों की कमी
ठहरे
नहीं
हुए
है.
लोगों की कमी नहीं.
It could also go like ठहरने के लिए आइए.
See another interpretation.
यार अंग्रेजी में ग्रेविटास बोलते हैं. अच्छा लगता है सुनने में.
Somebody is being a mentor even now.
हिंदी में मजा है ना. अंग्रेजी में नहीं.
उसमें वो फील नहीं आ रहा है
वो
नेहा.
फील
यहाँ पर हाँ वही आप कुछ भी बोलो लेकिन ठहरी में there is a
अनीता
गोविंदा वाला
मुझसे
फीलिंग.
अनीता मुझसे बदला ले रही है because मुझे बहुत challenge कर दी हूँ.
अरे एमसीसी के लिए कोई और रिकमेंडेशन है तो बोल दो यार, मतलब तीसरे के बाद फिर नहीं झेला जाएगा तो.
वो बहुत ज्यादा ठहरे हुए हैं. यही ठीक है.
वो हिलते ही नहीं है.
वो बड़े वाले ठहरे हुए हैं अनीता.
बता देना भाई अपने लोगों को, एनसीसी वालों. तुम लोग ठहरे हुए हो.
टिम्सी नेक्स्ट
Next
एडवर्टाइजमेंट,
time.
इफ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ ठहरी कोच देन योर सर्च एंड्स
नहीं
हियर.
मतलब आज मेरा ट्रिप ले आ जा रहा है क्या?
I hope people read that correct. है वो ठहरी हुई को कहीं कुछ और ना पढ़ ले.
टर्की.
Oh my God.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
मैं तो कंट्रोल कर रही
No,
थी.
I like the.
गोलगप्पा स्किट हो गया है वो गोलगप्पा वाला वर्ल्ड से. या सो
अगर आप टर्की से ठहरी बनना चाहते हो तो ज्वाइन करें अभ्युदय.
नो टर्की से ठहरा इन 4 months.
अच्छा बंद करो, बहुत हो गया.
Okay, yeah. So Bhavna,
This is-
I
we are
want
on
to thank you.
recording.
Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for all that you shared.
Sorry, dear. Once more.
No worries.
Thank me in my next class with you.
Don't worry. You're safe.
Okay. All right, guys, I'll let you get on with it. Thank you so much for letting me be part of this today.
Bhavna, if you are leaving, I just want to say something here. Is it
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
So just for everyone, right? Abhyudaya is not only Jaya. The idea of creating a community is all of us, right? The reason why ये MCC वाले आपके साथ interact कर रहे हैं because idea is to create that ecosystem. It should not depend on one person. Cannot be, right? So as you move ahead, it's not about just completing a course. It's about becoming an ecosystem for each other and supporting future coaches with whatever you can, the space, the conversation, whatever, and build relationships, because this will go far for you, right? This will go very far. All the mentors, by the way, even before they got into MCC course, all the mentors volunteer here. They volunteer their time here to support all of you. So take that as an inspiration to take it ahead, because the ecosystem has to grow on its own. The community has to grow on its own based on contribution. So I just want to say thank you to Bhavna, Neha, all those mentors who have given their time to be available on weekends to support your journey. So just that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm leaving now.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Bhavna.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Bhavna.
Great. So before we go, Neha, what would you like to leave with these people who are entering the world of coaching now?
I didn't want you to ask me.
Why?
I'm glad I joined today, and I'm sad I joined late. I missed the fun part.
We have a recording for you.
Yeah, I will definitely watch the recording. And I've had the opportunity and privilege to coach, to mentor coach, I think 3 people in this group. And what a privilege it was. I have, so thank you once again, guys, for allowing me to do that, because it is, and I believe by now you have realized that we are offering coaching, but we are gaining more than coaching. And we are probably calling it a profession. It becomes a way of being. And this is, and I believe you've already started experiencing that. I believe you experienced it even before you signed up for ACC, because that's why you were drawn to this program, this cohort, this whatever. So that's how I believe the energy of the universe plays. You were already on that journey. The rest is only our milestones, or those are, that's the outer manifestation. I think the inner work would have already begun some time back to land all of us here wherever we are. So that's, I really, I saw 3 of your, I think I by the time I joined, 3 or 4 of you were sharing your posters and learnings and what you got from the program. And I could relate with such a lot of that, even though I am a little ahead on the manifestation part of where one is on the journey. I wouldn't say I'm ahead on the journey at all. So please do not think of it in terms of ACC, PCC, MCC, mentor. All those names are not important. We are on a journey of growth for ourselves through coaching. And if we are able to help somebody on the way, that's a bonus. That's absolutely a bonus. So as I was looking through your posters and what you are learning, I think all would have been able to relate to some of it, even though everybody's journey is very personal. So externally, we are all in a cohort. We are all with Abhyudaya. We are all ICF, all medals. I just, my belief is, hold on to the shirt that holds those medals. Sometimes we forget the shirt and we keep pinning medals on it, and we keep showing those medals off, and we are always collecting more of that. But the shirt needs to be strong to hold those pins. So that's and I believe you guys have a very, very strong shirt from what I can see, and privileged to be on this journey with you. I don't want to make it more heavier on a Sunday.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting, Neha.
It's my privilege. Thank you for the opportunity, all of you and Jaya. And if I may add one more thing, so I am listening about Jaya
I don't know Jaya very well, unlike all of you. I have only recently got in touch with her, and I think I got in touch with her because I was drawn to something, which I believe all of you must have felt, or for whatever reasons. I think there is a time and place when we connect with people, sometimes not of our own volition, but we again manifest it. So I do not know Jaya as a person very well. So it is very, very nice, very lovely to hear about her from you, and the role that she is playing, which I have started seeing in my interactions as well. And I think a very important role that she is playing is being the glue in this community. But as you know, the glue is transparent, it is not seen, but it still sticks. So that's probably the role I see her playing here. But I think we can all be a glue to each other, unseen or seen, but supportive, and helping us not just grow, but also stay grounded, which will become important, as you will see. Once we are out in the world, there is so much noise, especially I think coaching is becoming noisier and noisier. And you'll have to pull yourself back to come back to the shirt, come back to become grounded again. And I think the community will be a huge support there. So that is all. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neha.
Thank you, Neha.
Awesome. So while the celebration ends, it doesn't end, it just started inside all of you. Keep the journey on, stay together, keep meeting, make effort, for anything to stay together needs a little bit of effort from everybody. And the sad part is we keep waiting for other person to take the initiative. And that's why we move apart, and then it's very difficult to come back. So my request to all of you is stay together as a cohort. Make an effort to meet, make an effort to engage, reach out to each other for your own coaching. That's the benefit you have, right? The space is created for you to solve your own issues among each other. And yeah, keep growing in your journey. We are around, we'll do whatever we can possible for you. And the idea is to own up your journey. You have to own up, you have to reach out, you have to take initiative. So you're at the driver's seat. You were always at the driver's seat, but here more consciously, more intentionally. Yeah, finish your course whenever you can. My personal recommendation would be do not delay it too much, because you'll find it really hard to come back then. Give yourself a timeline, whatever it's required, become accountability partners to each other, but try to finish the course in another 1 month. Otherwise, it becomes very heavy to finish. And then I'm not sure if all of you know that if you pass around 6 months, 7 months, not finishing the course, then you will have no other option than to repeat the whole course. So keep that in your mind. I mean, you see what you want, that's your choice, but that's my personal recommendation to all of you. Yeah. With that, enjoy your Sunday, enjoy yourself, and stay in touch, and keep taking initiative of meeting. Whoever is in whichever city, let's keep meeting, because that keeps the connection going on.
Yeah, let's decide. I think we're all, if we can, just quickly for the people who are in Delhi, NCR, you, me, Suparna, Varun, I'm not sure when he's back. Anybody else in Delhi? Gurgaon?
Not here. Neha is there. Akansha is
The
there.
one who lands up in Bangalore, please do let me know.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll connect. We'll meet then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's coordinate
Thanks.
for the. We are also planning a Delhi meet. It's been some time. The calendar will reach you very soon. Yeah. So idea is to do quarterly regional meets. We have coaches now almost in all the big cities. So very soon, Hyderabad is happening very soon. We have to announce that. So in case you're traveling or something, let us know. And Delhi will do very soon, a big one.
When is it in Hyderabad?
Between 10th to 13th or 14th of October. I've just frozen my date. I have some. We just have to release the communication. Got decided yesterday. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for your openness. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for participating. Thank you for going through what I have taken you through, and I hope it has brought something better in you. So thank you for your openness.
Thank you.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.